So far on this channel, I have highlighted many filmmaking pioneers, people who shaped the language of film through the ages. However, there is one filmmaker that is often buried by the others. Alice Guy-Blache was the first woman to become a film director. Before Lois Weber, Agnes Varda, and Catherine Bigelow, Alice made films that even gave Méliès a run for his money. Hello, and welcome to my channel. For many years, I have been fascinated by films and filmmaking, and am an aspiring filmmaker myself. For this, I decided I wanted to honor the filmmakers and creatives that made the art form what it is. For those who don't know, these are the people that are behind all the creative decisions made in the creation of a movie. Some directors you may have heard of, and others maybe not. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alice Guy was born on July 1st, 1873, in Sanit-Mande, a town in Paris. During her childhood, her family would often move between France and Chile, where her parents owned a book publishing company and several bookstores. In her first years of life, Alice was raised by her grandmother in Switzerland after her parents left to manage the bookstores in Chile. Tragedy had struck her family in her adolescence, in which her father, Emile, and her brother both passed. As a teenager, she went to find work to support the family. By 1894, Alice became a secretary for film producer and inventor Léon Gaumont. Inspired by the Lumiere brothers' cinematograph presentation, he decided to found his own film company, the Gaumont Film Company, the first and oldest film company in the world, in 1896. Alice was to be the head of production for 10 years, in which she directed her first film, The Cabbage Fairy, in 1898, thus becoming the first woman to direct a film in history. Alice believed that people would be more interested in films with a storyline and characters, rather than films of trains pulling into the station and landscapes of the countryside. Her work spanned many genres, including fantasy, science fiction, drama, western, comedy, and many more. During her time at Gaumont, she directed 324 films. She was an outspoken feminist with her work, often catering to a more female audience. This is seen in films such as The Consequences of Feminism from 1906, the story of a matriarchy in which all women behave as men would and men behave as women. The men eventually rebel against the women to establish a patriarchy. In addition to her outspoken feminism, she was also known for her experimentation with the medium. She experimented with such things as color film and even synchronized sound using Gaumont's Chronomchrome. The film most associated with the sound system is The Life of Christ from 1906. Alice left the Gaumont Company in 1906. She married Herbert Blaché, a young British director, the following year and moved to America. Alice and Blaché established the Solex Company in 1910 in New Jersey, which became the most successful film company in America pre-Hollywood. The couple worked together on many films, including A Child's Sacrifice, A Fool in His Memory, and Matrimony's Speed Limit. At the time, Alice was considered one of the premier filmmakers of her day, being one of the first women to own a film company. However, Herbert Blaché left her with her child, Simone, for a career in Hollywood. After such a prominent career in the early part of the industry, she couldn't find any work, and the Solex company was shut down. In 1922, Alice moved back to France, where she lived until 1964, in which she returned to America. Sadly, Alice passed away in 1968 at her home in Mahwah, New Jersey, in relative obscurity. However, her legacy was survived by filmmakers like Nicole Leiss Birnheim in her short Quoi est Alice Guy, and later documentaries made in the 90s and 2000s. Alice's short film Matrimony's Speed Limit was inducted into the National Film Registry in 2003. Filmmaker Alfred Hitchcock even noted her as an influence, saying, "I was thrilled by the movies of D.W. Griffith and the early French director Alice Guy." Alice's impact on filmmaking is perhaps more than people realize. She established herself as a frontrunner before many of her male counterparts. She saw how the language of film could work before anyone ever did. In all truth, you can't stand on the shoulders of giants if you are one yourself. Thank you all for watching the video. If you made it this far and you want to see more in the future, I suggest subscribing to the channel. And if you want to give me a like, that would be swell too. If you have any suggestions for directors you want me to cover for future videos, please let me know down in the comments. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.